Hey, what's up, guys? Customer stated that he had some rear bearing howl in his 2015 Duramax. So did you hear it? It's definitely a rear bearing howl. We're going to get the all drained out. We're going to get the differential cover off of this AAM 11.5. These differentials can be found in your GMC Duramaxes as well as Ram trucks. All right, now that the rear differential cover's off, it looks like the ring gear and the pinion are both in pretty good shape. So we'll start preparing to tear it down. All right, so the first thing you want to do is remove the axle shaft bolts. Once you get all the axle shaft bolts removed, you're going to carefully tug on the axle shaft and get it removed. This will allow you to prepare the carrier for removal. You can't remove the carrier until both the driver and passenger side axle shafts are slid out like so. Make sure you have some towels. You'll have a little bit of residual oil here. All right, once you get the shafts pulled out, then you're going to move on to the drive shaft. You have 4 bolts holding the drive shaft on. Once you get those 4 bolts removed, you're going to grab a pry bar and carefully pry on the drive shaft. After that, once it pops off, then you're going to use some tape to secure the U-joint. All right, next we can remove the 4 bolts that hold the carrier in place. Once you remove those 4 bolts, it's important to make sure that you set all your parts aside in the order in which you took them off. We're also going to remove this retainer that holds the bearing adjuster nuts.
I think 13. Inside.
Oh yeah, 13. I have to grab it. I should have read. Oh, wait, he's probably got a 3-inch, 4-inch there. All right, after we get the retaining bolts and the retainer out of the bearing caps, and we're gonna back the bolts off that hold the bearing caps. Once those bolts are backed off, then you'll be able to remove each side of the bearing cap. Again, make sure you keep the parts on the designated side. That way the orientation stays the same, so when you go back with the bearing caps, they will be in the right order. If you have to, what we like to do is take a picture of it before you tear it apart. All right, let's get this carrier out. The next thing we're going to do is adjust on the carrier adjuster nuts. You want to go down on the right side and up on the left side in order to loosen the carrier. These adjuster nuts are used in place of shims that are used in like a Dana 30 or a Dana 44. Where shims are used, these adjuster nuts make it very nice when you're setting backlash when you're going back with your carrier. Also helps to preload your carrier bearings as well. All right, next up, grab your impact, remove the pinion nut. Once that pinion nut's removed, you can grab a puller to help you remove the yoke easier. Once that yoke's removed, then we're just gonna grab an air hammer and we're gonna put it in the center divot of that pinion. We're gonna push that pinion forward and it should knock it right out. Once you get the pinion totally out, all you have left to do is remove the seal, and then from there you can remove your races. Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed the video and I hope y'all learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.